You're listening to the SMH podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the SMH podcast, episode number 8. My name is Jacob.
My name is John.
And we're the McGrath brothers. We have a reoccurring guest today.
Yes, we do.
Skyler.
Duggan.
John,
Welcome.
Did you clap?
Yeah, I clapped here. I'll clap louder for you.
Oh, that's too loud. It hurts my ears.
Okay, there you go. I clapped real hard.
Before we get into our epic fun topics for today, we have to send out a request to our viewers to come on our show, so we don't have to have boring people like Skyler on the show.
Yeah, we do. We need it. It's getting tough, man. It's getting tough.
Specifically, people with female genitalia.
Actually, I was thinking more about this, be more inclusive. Looks like anyone that has a voice. Doesn't matter what kind of sex you are. Doesn't matter.
Your gender does matter. If you're a man, you're not going to get as much watch minutes.
Well, so far the data shows it. So
yeah, that's what the data shows. Women get us more watch minutes.
Yourself.
So we're here with Skyler. It's a gender-neutral name, so maybe we can say Skyler's a woman. Is that okay,
I don't
Skyler?
think it's gender neutral. I think it's unisex, but I don't think it's gender neutral.
What? Yeah, gender-neutral.
I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's the word you would use.
Yeah, gender-neutral?
It's not a gender neutral name.
Yes, it is. It can be through either gender.
yeah, it's just
No,
it fits
when I
both,
was
man.
a guy,
It fits both.
If it's spelled like with an A, then it's like a girl.
I don't think that's how it
Fact.
works.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Anyways, Skyler's a woman. Anyways, so today we've got very epic topics to talk about.
Yeah, it's not climate change today.
Not climate change. We're talking about stuff that
God.
has to do with our school and teens.
In our society. Yes,
We live in a
young people all
society.
around.
And
Don't
so,
throw shade at my school.
what?
I love school. Don't throw shade at school.
I
hate
would never throw shade at school.
No, I would.
Hate that.
I don't like school.
Okay. So what
Don't
about
like learning.
school?
So today we are talking about vape and nicotine addictions and vape addictions
Wow, I am so informed on this topic. Can't wait.
and phone addictions and
Oh
just
yes,
addictions.
all that jazz.
Yeah.
It's all bad, man. It's all bad.
So what do you
but,
think,
know,
John? Give us your opinion right now.
on what? Vaping or
Yeah,
the
let's
phone?
start with vaping, nicotine. All
Okay,
that
start with
stuff.
vaping. Okay. Here's the deal with it. I'll lay it down right thick and clear for you guys.
Lay it down.
Yeah, it's not, to be honest, at least from my experience, it's not that good.
What do you mean by your experience, John?
I actually can't really say.
Oh, why not,
You
John?
can.
It's
well,
we're
because
open here.
I don't want to be illegal or anything. I don't want to get arrested.
Okay. So
Can't get a-
So I'll tell a story about a guy I know who shares a similar experience. His name is John Two Birds.
I see. Not John Two Birds that we know, just a different John Two Birds.
This is different.
Yeah, it's John Two spelled with like TWO,
Oh, okay.
not the actual number 2.
Okay.
And his experience it wasn't very good. He told me that he hit it twice. There was a 50 and a 35, and he said that
A 50 and a 35 what for those who are ill-informed? And what is Nick?
it's like a drug. It's
You mean, is nicotine a drug?
yeah, it's a drug.
But it's not an illegal drug.
It counts as a drug. It technically counts as a drug.
Yeah, but it's not a legal drug.
Not illegal. No.
Yeah, just like caffeine's a drug, yeah?
Yes. But yeah, 50-35. It wasn't that good.
And what does that mean?
He told me it smelled good coming out of his nose after, but like during the experience though, he told me that he was like, man, didn't really taste really anything. Then he also told me that he didn't hit it very, very hard though. He didn't like literally like, he didn't like really, really suck it up.
I see. And
he hit it very lightly.
And what was it? What was the brand?
Oh, he doesn't know. He was just handed it. He was like, here, hit this. And he's like,
what did it look like? What did it look like?
Oh, it's like one of the ones that everyone has everyone brings to school.
Like the Breeze ones?
The Breeze ones, yes.
Yeah. I feel like Juuls are going out because like they had.
I think it's in Canada. I think it's different in Canada.
No, because there used to be Juuls, but I don't see anybody with Juuls anymore.
Well, it's the demographic. I think that's honestly the demographic. Because whenever I go to colleges and universities, and there's a student vaping, it's always a Juul. Whereas only here in high school, I see like Breezes.
Yeah, because Juuls had that big crackdown in America with the.
I know, but like still,
no.
I think I see a lot of more Juuls.
No, I'm saying with like teenagers.
Yeah.
Is what we're talking about. They don't really do Juuls because it's harder to get.
Yeah, I think the question we should be asking ourselves are why are they doing that?
Well, just the same reason kids in the 50s and 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s were smoking cigarettes.
Jacob, do you have any experience with vaping?
No. Fortunately not.
Wow. That's pretty sad.
Do you, Skyler?
Do I, Skyler? Yeah, I do.
You do?
Oh.
Would you care to share?
Experiences.
Care to share?
You know, I don't mind. Wait, do you want me to just like tell my opinion on the topic first?
Yeah, sure. Tell your opinion.
Okay.
Tell a story. Speak away.
So honestly, I think that at least for high school students, there's really no purpose in vaping. It's a lack. I mean, there's nothing it provides really. There's no like medical reliefs or anything that it really provides.
Yeah,
but what if it makes you cool?
It's only nicotine, so I think that it's more of like a status than it's anything else. And I think that that what teenagers are doing right now is just wasting their money on stupid ass shit, because it, like I said, doesn't provide anything towards whoever's using it. But then again, I'm not all against it. If if you own a vape, fuck you. But if you're just someone else, I mean, go right ahead one day or one time. I don't really care. But like, the thing is, when you own a vape, you want to be doing you're trying to do it regularly. Whereas when you're just offered it, I mean, it's not a huge deal. That's my stance on it.
Right. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. It does make sense.
What's your experience, Skyler?
Oh wow. Let me just. So I have a sister. Not many people know her. Her name's Asia Duggan.
Who's that?
We may or may not be twin sister and brother.
Twin sisters, yes, not brother.
Yeah, twin sisters. Yeah. We told you we're Skyler. You're Skyler.
Identical, yes. But she has like one of those breeze things. Mm-hmm. And whenever we're in the car, or wherever, right? She always tries to get me to hit them, and I say no, and then she hits me, and I say sure, and then she hits me again, and I say okay, and then she tries to get like a funny reaction out of me. So it's basically bullying at that point. But you know what? It is what it is, and I just take the bullet,
So you have done it.
I have, but I still don't know how to.
What?
What do you mean you don't know how to?
What do you mean?
Because I inhale it like a cigarette, like I put it into my lungs, but I don't think you're supposed to do that. Whenever I try not to do that, apparently I take too much, or I don't know. It's just some weird thing. I don't know.
I think it's not that complicated. It's pretty good. I think she's just making it.
Yeah, you dumb bitch.
I think she's just teasing you a little bit.
I think you did it great.
Sure, thanks, Jacob.
Yeah. You have a lot of experience with sucking, so I feel like.
I have little to none experience in that department.
Okay, so I guess I'll give my opinion and my experiences.
Jacob, tell us.
I've had
tell
no
us
experiences, but I do have an opinion. So my opinion is, I feel like people. I mean, I feel like if I see people like older people who like smoke, right? Like cigarettes. Like these
Yes.
people are inferior to me, right? Because they're gonna die of lung cancer. And
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, they started doing it when they were a teenager, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like everybody who like it's basically like a dice roll or coin flip or whatever, right? That like you'll grow out of it, or right? But there's probably gonna be a lot of people who pick it up when they're younger and never grow out of it, and then they're gonna be
But there's no like extreme health risk against vaping though.
no, but you're gonna
that's-
look like a fucking loser, 50 years old, hitting your jewel.
Yeah.
Actually,
Because
yeah.
you're
I feel
addicted
like
to it.
yeah. I've seen older people vaping before. It's not.
Well, the
Yeah.
reason older people are vaping
Honestly-
is because they're trying to quit smoking. But
I know, but like it
I
just
think the
it
technology
looks
itself
fucking
is
stupid.
it does.
amazingly ethical. Like I believe it's a great device. At least to get people off of smoking because they know it works.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
my dad
that
and whatnot.
like
Um,
that's the whole like, because Juul had that whole thing where they were advertising to young people, and whatever the name of that
Yeah.
corporation in America
And they sued.
was like, you have to advertise to old people, not young people.
The FDA.
Yeah, the FDA,
Whatever.
that's what it's called. And
So. I don't know.
oh, also my other opinion is that it's like a gateway thing, right? Like you start vaping,
definitely.
next thing you know, you're doing crack.
Not that extreme. But
No, but like you go to alcohol and then to like marijuana, right?
Yeah.
Like,
And then it can get
vaping-
bad.
okay, right? I've seen people that like they obviously do recreational drinking, but like nothing like extremely bad. And then they start vaping and it's a thing, and like sometimes they'll do it in class, and then out of doing it in class, you can see them going to parties and drinking like lots, getting hammered sometimes. And then you go to like instances where now they're like smoking weed and going on from there,
And then their school marks start to drop.
Yeah.
like Davis, yeah,
Yeah, like
but-
Davis is this is a
Davis.
fact here. Davis started vaping and now he's addicted to heroin.
And so no one's going to his birthday party now.
And so, I feel like people who I know who like didn't used to vape and now vape now, they're a lot worse people.
Hey.
No. Not
But
like
again, a lot of people that do it are not that bad. Like some people, honestly, I think there's, I don't know. At least recently, I've learned like to like come more to terms with it. But
the people who are in the
honestly,
fucking handicap stall vaping are inferior to me. I
Okay,
fucking
yeah.
hate them.
I think
That's-
you can
that
balance
kinda
both,
annoys
though. I think you could balance getting good grades and still doing things like that temporarily. But like, I mean, honestly, it's up to them. It's up to them. They can do whatever the fuck they want. But when you're coming in towards your own schooling, when you used to be good at school, right, and you used to have good grades, and that's like a little, a little fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I know some really smart people that are just they're too involved in their social life to the point where they just care about their representation. So they're always on their phone vaping and all this other shit in class, even though they're really smart people. And I mean that the vaping doesn't do anything, it makes it worse.
Yeah. Are you guys very concerned with your social status?
Skyler,
I mean, like anyone. Okay, yeah, like anyone should be, or at least like normally people are. I think I'm like the average, or a little bit below, but I don't know. At least me personally, I don't
Yeah.
think. Like I've come to terms with what my max is and what it's like what I can do and what I can't do. And so
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna try to hype myself up over stupid shit, but trying to maintain a welcoming social life is and like entertaining social life is still a task that I kind of like feel like I'm, I guess, obligated to do.
Yeah.
where are you on the
Has
totem
it-
pole, John?
I don't know. I guess I'm up there. I do kind of care about it a little bit. I know I probably shouldn't as much as I do. That was the same reason why I actually ended up hitting the vape, right? But I only hit it for social status, really. Just to because we're all hanging out, right? We're all just doing it. So I was like, hey, whatever, I'll just do it too. But yeah, I guess I'm a little concerned with it. But not too much. Like, it's not really going to change my whole entire life
Yeah.
or anything like that. But Skyler, I have a question for you though. You were saying about how you kind of like below, like kind of the average, a little bit below it. Has it always been that way, or when you were young, were you kind of more like shy or whatever?
I don't know. I've always been closeted, like to a certain point.
Homosexually or?
Oh my gosh, shut the fuck up.
Okay, if you're gonna say closeted, you just set me up for that. Sorry. Continue.
Okay,
Continue.
whatever. Oh, yeah. So I think I've always been like kind of closed off. Like I know, but like recently, I don't know. I've been a little bit more open, like and especially last year or so. But I mean, always throughout probably just more a fact of me not really. I don't know. Coming. I was just never like. I never liked people in elementary school because a lot of people. I don't know. At least personally, everyone was stupid, including myself. But I didn't really get along with a lot of people. There's only like a couple friends I really liked, and everyone else either dicks to me or vice versa. So I was always like really shy. I never really. I mean, the only time I would ever like act out or anything, is if I was looking for attention because I wasn't receiving it or anything. But that would never really happen. And I think I personally was just really shy, and I just was, I tried not to like get involved. Whereas even in grade 9 too, I think it's the same thing in grade 9. Like, even if I talk to new people a lot, almost all the time, I'm really closeted, and I get really like nervous, and I just don't open up. But then after like even I don't know. I think personally, the last year or so, I've just kind of like tried to grow my friend group or my friend groups, and like, and I guess the way I act outside of school, because I realize that school is not everything to me. I mean, like it's a big part of my life, but it's not
Right.
shit all. But yeah, I think I've progressed to having a bigger social life over the past year or so. So yeah, I think I've been.
And is that a good thing for you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I see it's
far.
good. It's helping you out. Jacob, what about you?
I'm fucked on the social status. Yeah, I really don't care. I think I should care more, but like, I just could not give a fuck about anybody.
Yeah. Do you know what? Like, I wish I could care a little less, actually.
Because like, I don't know, people annoy me, and if people like I feel like people are inferior to me, and I don't want to talk to somebody who's inferior to me.
Yeah, same. I agree.
And like,
Yeah.
so I've had like 5 friends, 4 friends, 3 friends, 2 friends throughout like elementary school and high school, and that I've stayed through that.
Yeah.
For pretty much the entire time. So yeah, fuck people.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I cared a little less about it, but I've always been shy. Always a quiet guy.
The beginning of this semester, I started talking to like another person, which was, I mean, just like an example, right? I mean, when you talk to someone that has such a huge social status, and like they really are, I guess, quote unquote popular, or they have such a huge, I guess, what would you call it, following, but not even that.
I
It's
don't
like they're
know,
really
friend group. I don't know. They're just
network
like,
and everything.
yeah,
Not even friend group. They're just really like everyone knows them, right?
yeah,
Like and like it's just weird because they're so aligned with that, and then when you're trying to be friends with them, they don't really understand where you're coming from, and it's just like it's mixed communication between both of you guys. So it's like, I don't know. At least personally, this like beginning of this year, I was talking to someone. I don't know. It really fucked me up because I wasn't on the same terms as them, and it's weird making friends with someone that has such a high social status and has, they don't they care about everything, their whole appearance, and they're, you know, always on sharp, and it's weird, but
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so
I've
that's
had
why
that.
you talk to us, because we have such a low social status.
no, I just talked to Davis because he's gay.
Oh,
Oh, that makes sense.
that's slander.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, yeah. I know people that are yeah, like you said, quote unquote popular. Um, and yeah, it's about the same experience. I always find that we always typically kind of drift away, or it's kind of the times when we're kind of alone is when we actually have the best conversations, not when other people are
Yeah.
around. But when it's them and other popular people, I always find them kind of drifting all together in the one kind of own group.
Yeah, they have like
Kind
a
of.
different like tone to them, right?
Oh yeah, I can't quite home in on what it is. It might just be just because they're just more concerned with it, and they're just and because you know how friends usually share interests, and so they all move together in the same thing. They all kind of care about their social status. So they all just
I
kind
think
of
that's something about.
together.
But the thing
Pardon?
is, when you are popular and you have that high social status, I think that's basically what you have to do though. Because for us, right? At least us personally, I know we don't have such a high social status, but we're like, or no, I guess not status is the right word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Whereas positive, but once you get to know us, you know, obviously we're always going to be authentic. But whereas
yeah,
when you're with the other people, they're like, oh, they'll put on like a facade for people, like a semi real facade, where with other people around. But then when you're with them themselves, you know, they're trying to open up to you and whatnot.
yeah. Like I'm perfectly happy being where I am now. Like I'm a happy guy where I am. Like, I don't need to be any higher in the social status or lower. I'm good where I am, kind of thing. Jacob, how would you?
I mean, I don't talk to popular people, so I mean, I have talked to popular people, but I'm not friends with any of them.
Yeah, I also think society has kind of gotten some things wrong. I think we've thought a lot about like social status and being happy. Like if you're very popular, you're happy, kind of thing. You know what I mean? I think people really seriously underestimate how happy you actually can be with a lower status, right? Um, because at the end, I mean, we're all different, right? We can't all be all like extroverted and popular, right? I think being extroverted, especially being introverted into these days. In these days, you kind of people there's a stereotype that you're not as happy or like, um, yeah, you're just not as happy,
I think in high school,
or it's a
we
bad
have
thing.
yeah, exactly. I think in high school we have such a non-diverse. Well, I mean, obviously, ethnically it is diverse, and there are different people from different regions or different schools, like elementary schools. But I think the reason why that is like, okay, in overall, when you having a lot of friends is great once you've like out of high school and you're like in college or out of college, and you're like you have a lot of friends that they're all truly meaningful to you, but I think you can't do that in high school because there's not that much diversity. Whereas you can have a big group of friends. Whereas if you have a little group of friends or a small group of friends, then you have people that are honest and true to you. Whereas when you're just someone with like a bajillion amount of friends in high school, not all of them are real. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like you
I know
don't
what you
gain
mean.
that real relationship with them.
Yeah, it's hard because I mean it takes a long time, it takes a lot of time to have that kind of to build up enough uh, uh um relationship with people in order to have that close friendship. You know, you need a lot of time to develop that. I think when you have that many friends, it's hard to get that developed, right?
Exactly.
Okay, boys, time to move on to next topic. Phone addiction. Does anybody here have an addiction to their phone?
Actually, um, I suppose you could say that technically, yeah.
How much screen time do you think you get a day?
Too much. I don't really know, but basically most of the time, I'm always surrounded by a screen. I've got my phone in my pocket wherever I go. It's actually kind of fucking stupid, actually. Um, it's
I don't think
sad.
addiction's the right word. I don't think addiction's the right word. I think
What would be the right
at least
word?
me personally. I mean, honestly, I'm on my phone more regularly, in the past week or so more because I've been playing Clash of Clans, but besides that, the only time I'm on my phone is to either do research or if I'm trying to like do an activity with someone or
Wait, what'd you just say? Research?
yeah,
What research are you doing on Instagram?
not Instagram, but like reading articles and stuff.
Are you telling me that when you're on your phone, like at lunch, and you're not playing Clash of Clans, you're doing research?
Not research all the time. I just said that, but yeah, I think so. I'm always on like my news station or whatnot.
I don't do any research. I just
my
I feel like I spend way too much time on my phone, but I don't think it's a bad thing.
Why?
I think it's a bad thing.
Because like I feel like I'd be just doing something else that's stupid if I'm not doing anything that's screen time. I'd be fucking kicking a ball, which is the same equivalent.
I think so. This is connected directly to vaping to me because I think that people, at least people that vape in class or have a vape, are on their phones a lot, and I think that also has to do with teenage society and whatnot. But fucking phone addiction is a thing, and I think a lot of people are honestly addicted to their phones, not for playing games or not for doing educational things, but for social things. So like on Instagram, texting someone, on Snapchat, texting someone, or playing iMessages or whatever the fuck it's called.
Playing iMessages.
That game on iMessages. I see it all the time in class, or whatever it is, and they're always addicted to a fucking notification coming to their phone. You know, you get a notification, you're like, I have to look at this. I have to look at this and see what it is. And so I feel like for people, at least in class, they got their phone, right? They pull out their phone and they got a notification to play iGames. Fuck it. It's a minute game. I'll play it right now. Shoot my 8-ball.
Shoot my load.
I put my phone away. Wait 5 minutes. Do it again. And so you're just building up this immense amount of screen time, and then at lunch, and then in between when you're not free or you're not busy or whatnot, and all that other shit. But like, it's a literal thing, and I feel like with Doug Ford's new plan to, well, not new. I mean, it was implemented by Kathleen Wynne, or was written by Kathleen Wynne, but to have that law or that rule or whatever it is, policy in place. By Ontario is, I think, a great idea to get people to get higher education rates and to participate more in class because
no phones thing.
Yeah, do you guys know a lot of people that are on their phones like 24/7 through a class?
Yeah.
I mean, I sure hell do. I mean, everywhere you look, someone's on their phone.
Yeah. I don't think I could look at my class at any time during the day and not see like at least one person on their phone.
No, always.
Oh, yeah.
Always. Yeah. And you know what else I found? I found always it's the people, man, who are always on their phone, who vape and have the big kind of quote unquote popular kind of vibe to them. Man, you hear about their life, like if they start being like honest with you, they're really messed up, dude. And they'll tell you too. Like I know plenty of people who just have like. They have so many friends and I always see them laughing and smiling, but really like they tell me, man, they have the worst actual friendships and just in general relationships with people, and they're not happy, even though they look like it.
Because I personally, I mean, I'm not trying to throw shade again, but my sister, you know, she is this kind of person. You know, she's not okay. I'm not just trying to be pretentious, but she's not super popular, but she has a big group of friends. She's popular. She vapes. She does horrible in school. You know, all this other shit that leads, you know, and she's always on her phone all the time. And I mean, it's like these people. I think the reason why they're always on their phones and they're always on this, it's almost like it basically almost is like addiction. You're feeding into this thing where you want new people. You want a new, just like a notification thing. You want a new thing to pop up in your life so that you can have a new source of entertainment because your old ones gets boring. Or like that's okay. That's why you see a lot of these popular people have either one particular best friend or just no best friends. You know what I mean? It's not like a small group of people like best friends, but it's like either one best friend or no best friends because they're just so they want new people all the time in their lives or a
Yeah.
new event to happen or new drama or all this other stuff, which then hence takes away from schooling or makes them more engaged in vaping, and it's just a lot of factors that go into one thing, whereas it portrays them, or not even portrays them, they actually do have a shitty reality. You know what I mean? Like, it's not true. It's not a true reality. It's more of a facade reality
Yeah.
that they're
It's
just trying
fake.
to live up to.
It's fake face. They put on a fake face.
Exactly.
Are
Yeah. I find when I'm going through Instagram or on my phone right now, I've gone through Instagram on my feed, dude. It's so easy to keep going, keep scrolling, man. Like I remember, like one time, like I'll look at something. Yeah, I'm gonna put my phone up. It's like a thought comes to my head, right? But then I just my thumb, man, just keeps scrolling, and you just get hooked into looking at the same things over and over again, basically.
And even like YouTube. Oh my god. I get sometimes in YouTube loops for like hours on end. I'll just be like, okay, I'll watch these 5 YouTube videos and then I'm going back to my homework. Whereas I see a recommended video on the side, I'm like, oh, this actually looks really good. What if I swap out this video for that, or I'll try to make some type of some type of deductions, but it never really works out. And I think that's also something to do with how the internet, or sorry, the services themselves, how they are provided. Like, that's the whole point of YouTube, is to get you watching more. Why the fuck is there a recommended feed? Because it wants you to watch these recommended videos. I mean, that's the whole point of it. It is what it is, and I mean, like, Instagram should never have a feed. It should be, or I mean, it should have a feed, but I don't know. I just think personally, staying away from that stuff. You see a lot of people that aren't even on social media that are doing successful, and they are, doing amazing.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know.
Actually,
that.
Yeah.
I feel like with like the whole thing that you guys were ranting on about, we're not shitting on popular people.
No, we're not. We're not.
But
at
it
all.
sounds like you are.
No.
I'm joking. But yeah.
I mean, like,
again, what do you consider popular too? You know.
What?
Yeah.
And then there's a big thing about, like, even that person I was talking about earlier. They don't consider themselves popular, but I mean, they're popular.
Yeah. Here's the deal, man. I have no problems with anyone who's super extroverted or who's super introverted. But I think today too many people are trying to be what they're not. They're trying to be extroverted. They're trying to be out there, and it's not fitting them well, and they're not happy. But
And the same thing. There's like extroverted trying to be introverted, and they're just like what the fuck? Like, they're just trying to be something they're not, and they're
Yeah, I think that happens less. I think extrovert people being more introverted happens less. I think from what I've seen, but I think it does happen a little bit.
Yeah.
It depends on your environment, right? What's kind of like what's
influencing you to be this way.
Yeah.
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 Society, am I right?
Yeah.
Fucking society.
I feel like
it's all our problem, right?
And then there's another topic, ethnic society, which then it's just a bunch of factors that go into these people's lives that could control the way they act, and then that hence goes into something else, which leads back to education, and it's all tied together.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm saying there's so many factors that goes into someone's social life.
Yeah, like their parents beat them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's not even a funny joke.
But if for sure influences a lot. If you have a messed up childhood, man, like that sucks.
Oh yeah.
Like you'll feel it the rest of your whole life.
No, yeah, like no, of course. But
girls with daddy issues.
You have to use that for motivation. And then there are some people that they're not getting the attention they want, so they create these fake incidences that happen. They're just,
Well, society. Anyways, this concludes episode number 8 of the SMH podcast. I hope you enjoyed us ranting and raving about society.
Wait. If you disagree or agree with any of the topics that were said, or any of the opinions that were said, please comment them in the below.
Please comment.
Please.
Or even come on the podcast.
Yeah, come on the podcast.
Come on the podcast.
Somebody come on the podcast. Jesus
Females
Christ.
on the podcast.
Anyways, my name is
Thank you.
John.
My name is Jacob.
I'm Skyler.
And we're the McGrath.
McGrath brothers.
And this concludes the episode. Goodbye.
Yeah, see ya. Thank you.